to this opportunity, this business, I must admit that I was a bit skeptical because it was all very new to me. I didn't know anything about the business or the industry. And so I could have let this opportunity pass, but for some reason I decided to learn about it and try and understand the business, because I really had nothing to lose. And what if this was something that could be something good for me? So I learned about it, and I'm so happy and grateful today that I actually did. And I met some amazing people along the way. So I'm very, very happy about this. So I just wish I did it sooner. I just wish I didn't wait for so long to start. So as I mentioned, I wanted to be able to work from home or while I was traveling. And today it's such a freedom to be able to choose myself when, how, and where I want to work and who I want to work with as well. Because I really want to be able to help other people escape the rat race too, to escape the 9 to 5. I hate seeing people go to a job that they don't enjoy, and, you know, they just get miserable. And most of the time they don't get the money that they actually deserve. And for the future, when I have a family of my own children, I want to be able to spend as much time as possible with them as well, and not have to go away for most of the day and only see them for an hour or two every day, missing out on quality time with them. So I'm really passionate about helping others be able to live their life full of freedom and doing things that they enjoy as well. So, you know, why not do something that you can enjoy and have fun along the way? And you meet so many inspiring, amazing people that will actually empower you to be the best version of yourself. And you don't get that in many jobs, and definitely nothing, something that, you know, we can do this from all over the world and help people. So as I mentioned, we're very, very excited to have you here with us for the next little while, as we will share what it is that we do and how we might be able to help you. And so I want you to see that there is another way. So thank you so much for being on here for the next little while. But for now, I'm going to pass it on to my partner, Blake, who's in Sydney.
Thanks, Sandy. Hi, everyone. Like Sandy said, I am in Australia on the other side of the world. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I went straight from school into uni to start a music degree. I finished that, added on a Master of Teaching at the end, so I became a school teacher. And then I did that for a little while, and then I decided I wanted to add another certificate to my name and decided to go back to uni to do a marine science degree, because that's the normal order of things, that's how you do it. And so around that time, I was introduced to this business, and I thought, no, I don't think this is really for me. I was a bit skeptical. I didn't really know much about it and kind of just pushed it aside. But after a little while, seeing other people in the business, like Aaron, succeeding with the amount of time they had been doing it, I started thinking, hang on a second, I need to take a good look at this. So about that time, I started doing it extremely part-time because I was still studying and doing some casual teaching at the time. And I loved the idea of being my own boss. So I thought maybe one day it could happen. I'll just plug away at it. And so bit by bit, I tried it. And then skip forward a little bit, I met Sandy, and she was doing what she loves, which is traveling the globe. And I told her about this business, and like she said, she was skeptical to start with. She didn't know if it could be true. It sounded a bit too good to be true. But after a little bit of studying it, she found out that this could be, in fact, what she'd been looking for all along. So we started doing it together. And as some of you might have seen on Facebook or Instagram, we've gone on a couple of massive road trips totaling about 30,000 kilometres all up around Australia in the last 12 months. And one of the best things about it was that we could take our business on the road and do it anywhere we went, which was awesome. We also have been on a few overseas trips in the past 6 months or so, and every single country we visited, the business is opening, which is an amazing feeling. So our journey so far has been incredible, but we are more excited about what is yet to come, because the potential for this business is massive. And we're so glad that we did look at it, we were open-minded, and we did end up giving it a go. So we absolutely love it. And I'm really kicking myself actually that I wasn't open to the opportunity a few years ago when it was first introduced to me, like I hope you are tonight. But, we're all young and dumb once, I suppose. But anyway, I'm going to hand it back over to our special guest we've got on tonight. I'll give him a little bit of a rap. He is a diamond director in the company. He has earned multi-millions in this industry over the years. He is part of the top 100 income earners globally in the industry, and he's the founder of Deck Chair Millionaire, and he's an all-round top guy, I reckon. So, Aaron, I'll hand it back over to you.
All right, awesome, Blake. Thanks, buddy. All right, guys, so I'm just going to share my screen and just run through a quick presentation for you guys. So let me just roll that up for you. Okay, just give me the thumbs up if you can see that okay. Sandy's giving me the thumbs up. Beautiful, guys. So thanks a lot for that, Blake and Sandy. And I really love working with, young people that are driven because there's so many, and I was probably one of them in my early 20s that whilst I was driven, I didn't really have the focus, I guess, the attention span to look at business. And it wasn't really until I got into my late 20s that I really hit the entrepreneurial road and kind of took it seriously. So, yeah, Blake and Sandy, what they're doing, especially just over the last couple of months with what they're doing with their business is really, really exciting. So let me present the opportunity to you, a company called Jeunesse Global. So we'll run through this, over the next sort of 30 minutes. We're going to talk a bit about the company, the products, and then how you get paid. And everyone's a little bit different. So some people are on here today just to check out Sandy and Blake and see what they're up to and maybe support them. Some people are really interested in the products. Some people wouldn't mind making a few dollars extra. And some people are going, show me how to make $1 million. So everyone's different. There's no right or wrong answer, but we can show you the success blueprint that would suit your best scenario and how much time you can put into the business, whether it's part-time. But it's been a great business for me. I got started in this very part-time. Back in 2011, 2012, I was working 100 hours per week in traditional business. So I got involved with the entrepreneurial world, back in my early 20s and bought a fitness club in South Australia. Ran that for about 5 years and moved to Sydney, opened up another couple of gyms, bought a bunch of real estate investments, and it was going pretty well. After the global financial crisis, things didn't go so well. And so I was looking for a new age business model where I could work it from home, where I could work it from anywhere in the world. I could move up to Noosa and sit on the beach and make $1 million. And for me, it was all about not having the risk. I didn't want staff. I didn't want an office. I didn't want to have the overheads. Wanted to be able to work from home and have residual income. So once I'd built something, I wanted to then, if I wanted to travel the world for 6 months, I still got paid. If I wanted to take a year off, I still got paid. And that business model is very tricky to find. That's the real deal. But I knew there were people doing that. And so I found a mentor and a group of people that had made millions of dollars in this industry. And together, we went researching to try and find the right business. 6 years later, I've been able to buy the dream house that I actually had up on my vision board for 8 years. So not a house like it, but the exact house that I printed off realestate.com 8 years ago. We're able to purchase that. I've got 2 young boys. We moved up to Noosa. And we have an incredible, 7-figure residual income. And I love traveling the world and helping other people to be able to live life on their terms as well, whatever that might look like from there. Everyone's got a different dream location. Everyone's got a different dream house. Everyone's got a different why and how they want to do that. But 6 years ago, it was very different. So you might be here and one of these things might be relaying a message to you. So for me, it was all about, when I wanted to start a family, a bit like what Sandy said, I didn't want to have my kids in childcare because I had to work and my wife had to work. I didn't want to, work for somebody else and get permission on how long my lunch break could be or how long I could go on annual leave for. To me, that's not freedom. To me, it looks like freedom, but really it's not. If you stop working, you stop getting paid. If you stop getting paid, you run into all sorts of trouble. But people will stick to a job, whether they love it, whether they hate it, just to have that paycheck. So I wanted to be in business for myself, but then what sort of business? Because old school business today, I would never touch again. I wanted to join the new age of business. So for me, 6 years ago, I was all of these things, barely making ends meet, miserable, stressed out, completely broke. As I said, my dream was to move up to Noosa and make, great money, but help a lot of other people along that journey as well. So whatever your goals and dreams are, no wrong or right answer. I can really guarantee you that Jeunesse can help you to achieve them. It's a business, so you've still got to work hard. It's a business where you can work part-time and get a great return on that, but there's nothing else like it that I've ever seen. And maybe I'm a bit biased because, I tried every other business model out there. I had an eBay business, so I was importing products from China. I did franchising, shares, real estate, membership websites, affiliate marketing, internet marketing. I tried everything in order to try and find that 7-figure residual income, and nothing come close to the new age of network marketing, and Jeunesse was the company we decided to choose. So back in 2011, when I was researching, I teamed up with a group of people that had made millions of dollars in this industry before, because I knew the number one rule of success was to find a mentor that's actually achieved what it is that you would like to achieve. Not someone that knows the theory behind it. There's a lot of financial planners out there giving you financial advice, but they're very broke. So find someone that's actually achieved what you want to achieve. And I knew the home business industry was booming. I knew network marketing was booming. And if you look in your street right now, every 7 homes would have some kind of home-based business, whether it's a lawn mowing round, network marketing, party plans, someone's doing a bookkeeping business. Home business is a huge trend right now because people are just sick of jumping in peak hour traffic, driving to a job they don't like and working for somebody else. I started seeing people like Warren Buffett investing in direct sales companies, Donald Trump starting his own network marketing company, Richard Branson starting his own network marketing company. And these are all guys that I was following on the entrepreneurial journey, and I knew that these guys only ever invest into areas that are the next big thing, that are the next boom. And in the media, Warren Buffett said that cash on cash return, there was actually a company called the Pampered Chef, which he invested in and gave him the best return that he's ever had on an investment. I'm sure he's had some pretty good investments before. So that gave me a lot of motivation and confidence to go down, this network marketing model. Someone showed me this, not too long after, and said, if you can find a business model or a product line that kind of fits in with the trends that are happening around the world right now, the ability for you to make an incredible income is just going to be great. And so they spoke about the baby boomers. And if you track the baby boomers from when they were born after World War II, you would notice that a lot of people became not only millionaires, but billionaires selling baby clothes, baby food, baby shoes, because there's a billion babies that all need to be dressed and fed. So companies that did that well made a lot of money. As they become older, the fast food outlets were popular. As they become older and left home, there's the biggest real estate boom all around the world. You've got a billion baby boomers all buying their first house. So if you can find a product line now that the baby boomers want in their 60s and 70s, again, we have the ability to make a lot of money cashing in on that trend of population. Then Gen Y, there's a lot of Gen Y people on this Zoom call tonight. What's a business model that the young guys want? Because again, if you look at, say, under 30s or even under 25-year-olds, when surveyed, 60% of them in that age bracket said that I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to own my own business. I don't want to work for somebody. They're 20, 21 years of age. But their biggest hurdle in this survey, they said, was getting finance. So maybe they had an idea, an invention, a franchise, a business that they wanted to start, but they couldn't get finance for it. So Gen Y are turning to network marketing and home business in droves because it's cheap to start up, cheap overheads. They're already great with social media, and people like Sandy and Blake are killing it. The economy the way it is now, everyone's looking for a plan B. Everyone's looking for a secondary source of income. So everyone is not only open to the idea, as we can see, 30 or 40 people on this call tonight, but people are actively looking. So people are on Gumtree and they're on Seek and they're on Google looking for residual income business, part-time business, work from home, how to make money online. All these keywords we can see are being searched for, hundreds of thousands of times per day all around the world. And then we look at the middle class throughout Asia. This is a huge one. So I haven't enrolled too many people in Asia myself, but that's the biggest area where my business is. So I make $250,000 alone from one Facebook conversation to a total stranger in 2012. A lady called Thelma in the Philippines signed up in 2012 and just set the business alight, signed up hundreds of people in the Philippines, which turned into thousands, which has now turned into tens of thousands of people. I go over there once a year and help them out. It's a very residual income business model when your company is open all around the world. But if they didn't have that middle class, if we didn't have the technology to be able to talk to people on social media, I wouldn't have the ability to earn this income. There's more middle class in China alone than the whole population of the US now. It's the same in India. There's more middle class in India than the whole population of America. And so they've got credit card in one hand, Google in the other hand, looking for our business and looking for our products. And so your business will expand there just from talking to your next door neighbor. They'll tell someone, and away it goes. And that's kind of where Jeunesse fits into that perfect storm that solves the problem in every single one of those areas. So after we researched this industry, this network marketing industry for the whole of 2011, we flew to America about 12 times. We met with some incredible entrepreneurs, some great scientists. We saw some incredible products, but there just wasn't a company that ticked every single box. We had some really strict criteria, but Jeunesse Global did. I started building the business very part-time. As I said, I was working 100 hours a week. So if you think you're busy, try running 2 gyms with hardly any staff. Up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was training people. I was doing the memberships, the sales, the books, the marketing, everything. And then I get home about 9 p.m., have dinner, go to bed, do it all over again 7 days a week. It wasn't much fun, especially when you're not making that much money. So I built my business in between that. So I built it with a quick lunch break. I'd make 5 phone calls. 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. at night, Facebook conversations, emails, quick phone calls back to Asia where they're 3, 4, 5 hours behind. Saturday and Sunday afternoon when I finished work a little bit earlier, I was building this business. So maybe only 10 to 15 hours a week, but it's incredible how many hours you can find when you get seriously passionate about something, when you decide that the alternative to how you're living is just not an option anymore. And most people would tell you, I'm too busy, I can't afford it. That's not going to work for me. And that's fine. That's all a mindset thing. We know none of those things are really true because anyone can build this business. And when you turn the television off and you get focused, you can find a lot of time to create some real wealth in your life through a simple business model with a great support system. So what happened was we were hoping Jeunesse one day could become this mythical billion-dollar company. There's only about 20 companies in the last century that have ever done $1 billion annually in this industry. And we're hoping that Jeunesse could be one of them, maybe in 10, 15, 20 years' time. But what happened was Jeunesse hit $1 billion in annual sales in just its 6th year, making it the fastest direct sales company in history to ever reach $1 billion in annual sales. And you might have heard of companies like, the old school ones like Amway that took 21 years to hit $1 billion. Avon, it took them 86 years before it hit $1 billion. New Skin were the fastest with 20 years, and Jeunesse has just done it in 6. So we hit that $1 billion mark around the same time as Apple, around the same time as Facebook, faster than eBay, similar to Google and Amazon. So it puts us in some pretty good company. But where we're heading over the next 10 to 20 years is even more exciting, with our sight set to become a $10 billion company. Again, there's only been 2 or 3 companies that have managed to do that over the last century. And Jeunesse wants to be the fastest company to hit the $10 billion mark. So the ride for anyone here that's entrepreneurial and looking at an income possibility, it's going to be a bigger ride from that $1 billion to $1.4 billion that we did last year, all the way through to $10 billion. Here are our founders, Randy Ray, Wendy Lewis, Scott Lewis. This is a really, really important slide. It might be a little bit boring to some, but if you don't have the criteria of who owns this company and what are they all about, it could be an incredible opportunity. You could have incredible products. You might make a lot of money. But then if the company's not around in 2 years, what's the point? You got to go find a new company or a new opportunity. So we wanted to make sure the company owners had integrity. They were building the company for the right reasons. They weren't just going to go and sell it or float it on the public stock exchange, that we were going to be here with them for the long term. And I can tell you right now, if you've met these guys, most incredible entrepreneurs, they're in it for the long haul. They're building the business for the right reasons. Go and Google or get onto YouTube and type in Randy Ray, Jeunesse Global, and just listen to his story. It's the most incredible rags to riches story that I've ever heard. If you're not, welling up in the eyes and crying after listening to his story, there's something wrong, because they are incredible people. So we know the company's in good hands long term. That's our head office in Orlando, Florida. Again, the most impressive commercial building that I've ever set foot in. If you go to this building in Orlando, you're just going to be blown away. It's just an incredible commercial office. And the great thing is they pay cash for that. So we don't have finances, investors, debts, loans. Everything is freehold. They own everything. The company's in good stead long term. We now ship to over 140 countries around the world. So any country that you can think of. This year we're opening up India and Argentina. And then pretty much every country you can think of is opened, apart from probably the crazy ones. But you can build a business in Botswana and Philippines and Nigeria and Canada, all around the world. And again, this wasn't big on my criteria list in the beginning, because I thought, I'm not like Blake and Sandy. I don't know people all around the world. I just know a few people in Australia. So as long as it's open in the US and Australia, I'm good to go. But again, that was such naive thinking, because Facebook conversation to a stranger in the Philippines, signed up, built a huge business over there, and we just love our Filipino team. Just incredible people, incredible culture. I love getting over there every year and spending time with our incredible Jeunesse Filipino family. But the same thing happened, enrolling our next door neighbor, and then all of a sudden they enrolled somebody in China, and they enrolled someone in Malaysia, and they enrolled someone in Canada, and they enrolled someone in Singapore. And our business just bounced around the world just through word of mouth and through social media. I put a before and after picture up on Facebook one day and got 10 orders. It's a lot easier to build our business in 2017 than it's ever been before. No cold calling, no knocking on doors, no hassling friends and family, because we just don't have to do that anymore, with the social media being so powerful. And so over the last 5 years, I've enrolled 130 people, and I've been pretty picky with who I've chosen to enroll in my business, really gone after those open-minded, positive, go-getting types of people. And because I've done that, it's now turned into 120,000 customers and distributors in 103 countries around the world. So every single time one of those 120,000 people log in and purchase product, or a new person joins, I get a commission from that. So you can see, whilst I'm sleeping, my income is still ticking over somewhere in the world. It's a really incredible business model. So here are our products, guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail here tonight. But let's run through a little bit of the nutritional products first. So you've got the Reserve product, the most researched antioxidant on the planet is called resveratrol. Go and Google that. You'll see thousands of different studies done on so many different health conditions with resveratrol. Our Reserve product is the most potent source of resveratrol that you can find. Incredible for switching on our anti-aging longevity gene, which is proven to help us live longer and healthier. To give us some energy, great for athletics performance, great for immune system booster. I mean, if I'm traveling and I start to get a scratchy throat, I just smash down some Reserve and feel $1 million. So I always travel with my Reserve everywhere I go in those little satchels. Finity, if you kind of think about what Finity does, is re-lengthen damaged telomeres and slows down the shortening of our telomeres. So that's a really, probably the most important way that we can tell how well we're aging, is we can go and get a blood test done now, and they can measure our telomeres, which are kind of like the smooth, hard caps on the end of our chromosomes. So kind of think about it like the cap on the end of your shoelace. Now, every time our cells divide, that cap is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Scientists have now discovered that when that cap disappears, that's about when we die. And so we want that cap to be shortening as slowly as possible. There's a component in Finity called TA65 that has now been proven to re-lengthen premature shortening telomeres. So if you smoke, or if you're overweight, or if you eat a bad diet, all the things that we already know are bad for us, that's shortening your telomeres quicker than what they would be naturally. And so taking Finity is going to help slow that process down and to re-lengthen anything that's too damaged. So incredible science to say that we can actually reverse a certain cell in our body. I'll talk about the Zen in a little minute. AM, PM, take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. That's your multivitamin, your probiotic, your essential oil all in one. 85 different ingredients, all together. And again, switching on that sirtuin gene that's been proven to give us longer life, to help slow down the shortening of our telomeres, to help our body produce healthy stem cells, the most important cell that is in our body. So AMPM is this incredible scientific breakthrough, not just at a cellular level, but also at a genetic level, helping our DNA be protected and repaired. So I guarantee you, after the years of 30, 40, 50, and 60, every time the free radicals are bouncing around in our body and they damage our cells and they damage our DNA, we don't heal as quickly as we used to when we were younger. And if you have a damaged cell bouncing around in your body, that's how nasty lifestyle diseases can start. If that cell goes away and dies, that is also not good for our aging process. So to have AMPM like a little shield, protecting all our DNA, the most important thing, and helping it to heal into our older ages, I mean, you just can't put a price on what that's doing. Mind, incredible for brain. So it's great for concentration, for focus, for memory, and for keeping us sharp. Actually, incredible science put into this now, and there's a few different ingredients that we've found that can really help these types of area in our brain. And one of them is an extract from silkworms, believe it or not, which is what we use in Mind. And I've spoken to a few elderly people that are using this and just having incredible results with it. Nevo is an energy drink. So it's the most healthy version of an energy drink you'll ever find. No added caffeine, no added sugar, none of the nasties, no chemicals. You get your energy from vitamins and from the berries and from the fruits, and everything in there is natural, the green tea extract. And so that's coming to Australia this year as well, but it's already in other markets all around the world, wherever you may be. So let's take a little bit of a look at the skincare and the Zen body product. Now, the skincare for me was the last thing that I was ever going to look at, because I'm a guy. Grew up on the farm in the middle of nowhere, played football, never used skincare in my life. But let me tell you, skincare is the money train. That's where we're that middle class in Asia that we were talking about, fanatical about skincare. But there's not one single person on this planet that I know that says, I can't wait to look older, I can't wait to be broker. And so these products really are for everybody. But when I looked at the top 10 network marketing companies in the world, the top 10 billion-dollar companies, guess what? 9 out of the top 10, their number one selling product line was skincare. So as an entrepreneur, I wasn't just going to go and do a nutrition company or a weight loss company or a travel company. I was going to make as much money as I humanly possible to get out of my current financial situation, lifestyle situation. And it was going to be skincare, it was going to be skincare. But when we talk about the stem cell technology behind it, that's what makes us stand out from the marketplace. Scientifically proven to replenish collagen and elastin to make us look younger like no other product on the planet does. You just can't argue with human stem cell technology. And so I thought, I don't want to look 40 when I hit 40 next year. So I'm going to try these products. And, I got incredible results. My wife got incredible results. Everyone we gave it to got incredible results. And it just kept spreading. The word just kept spreading. So skincare is the absolute money train in this industry. Let's have a bit of a look at the Zen product as well. Here's a few before and after pictures from Zen. So again, a bit skeptical on the Zen because I'm an ex-personal trainer, an ex-gym owner. I used to tell all my clients, don't worry about protein powders and all these pills, just eat less and exercise more and, you're going to lose weight. It's about as simple as that. But then I really got into organic eating and clean eating and started to learn more about what happens to our body after 30 and how our metabolism slows down, our body fat percentage blocks up all the signals. So we want to eat more. We don't get the signal that we're full. We want to eat sugars, and our body is using things like muscle and protein for energy rather than our body fat. So just this continual cycle. And so what I love about the Zen system is the biggest thing I used to say to everyone with weight loss and fat loss was accountability. I think we all know how to lose weight, right? Go for a run every day and eat less. We're going to lose weight. But it's the discipline and the accountability. We just don't do it. We know what to do, but most of us just don't do it. And so what I love most about the Zen Project 8 is the whole system. So the Facebook group, the website, the eating plan, protein, carbs, and fats. You eat them all together to keep the blood sugar level balanced, which keeps on burning fat. Eat every 3 hours. It's got an exercise program, motivation, before and after pictures. And then we have the Zen products as well, the most high quality protein powder on the planet. It's got a fast releasing protein, so it speeds up your metabolism, helps you have energy, helps you get some good muscle. We've got a slow releasing protein that helps us to feel full for longer. We have an amino acids, we have a detox program, so it's all there to help the metabolism speed up again. It's there to help our body act like it used to 5 years ago or 10 years ago, where we had high metabolism, we burnt body fat, and we looked a lot better than we do in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, most likely. So again, it's the most natural combination of products to help the body wind back the clock, burn body fat, and get your image back with the whole system in place as well. So here's Amy. She lost 12.1 kilos, 55 centimeters. This is over about 3 or 4 weeks. Kate, I love these pictures on Kate because she wasn't a big girl. She was just a bit out of shape. She lost 6.2 kilos, 52 centimeters over that same period of time. My sister, Amber, she's lost 13.7 kilos and 90 centimeters over that time. So some incredible results there. And Amber's battled trying to find something that's going to work into her lifestyle, not just a gimmick diet or, fasting, but something she can actually be healthy and eating and be balanced and have that balanced blood sugar level. So that's our Zen product line that's just been relaunched. Incredible for athletes, incredible for people that want to get ripped and get the six-pack happening, that want to build muscle. Also great for people that just want to get healthy and lose weight as well. This is our skincare line, so stem cell technology. So every single one of these products has the stem cell technology in there. The serum there you can see third from the right is our flagship product. So it's got 85% concentration of the pure growth factors from human stem cells. So there's no actual stem cells in these products. Let's make that clear because that wouldn't work. So your stem cells are only good for you. My stem cells are only good for me. And you can't take them out of the human body. They don't survive. But what happens when the stem cells are taken out of our adipose tissue of our body fat and they're left into a petri dish with some other proteins, they're dividing like they do in our body, they leave behind their communication language. Communication language is called the growth factors. The growth factors are the exact same in every human being on the planet. So it's like all of us having the same blood type or the same fingerprint. Growth factors are the same for everybody, and that's the special ingredient that is in the skincare. So we have growth factors in our skin right now. We have collagen, we have elastin, and about 220 different types of growth factors. So it's the most natural way that you can wind back the clock. And again, the Genesse science, just doing what the body used to do 5 years ago, 10 years ago, having lots of those growth factors, talking to each other, communicating, replenishing, and we had plumper, younger looking skin. As we get older, that doesn't work as well, but with these products, we can wind back the clock. So you got your skin brightener, the cleanser. So you do the cleanser in the morning, put on the serum, then put on the day cream. At nighttime, cleanse, serum, night cream. You got a body renewal where you can put it everywhere. You got an ultimate lifting mask, put it on for 30, 40 minutes, take it off. You'll see wrinkles gone instantly. The moisturizer, the night cream has a DNA formulation in it as well as the growth factors. So it's helping your body and your skin to recover at nighttime. You will love that product line. Everything's backed by science. If you can think about Genesse as the closest thing to the fountain of youth that science can actually prove, it's not gimmick, but science can prove it, that's Genesse. The youth enhancement system from the inside out and the outside in. I love this study because it's a complicated study in an incredible scientific machine that can measure right down to a cellular level of our skin and just see things that we can't see with the naked eye, but it just explains it to us really simply. So you can see this girl here, 65% decrease in deep lines. They took people in their 30s, 40s that had good skin, and she said she couldn't tell any different. But we can see a 65% decrease in deep lines from the machine that measured every single aspect of her skin. Fine lines, wrinkles, pigmentation, deep lines, pores, all those types of things. This gentleman, again, couldn't see anything different with the naked eye, but a 52% decrease in fine lines. And so we know that the products are working. We've done so many different studies on that. And again, in the beginning of the business, we didn't have any before and after pictures, and now we've got hundreds of them from people in our team that have got incredible results. So you can see, the collagen and the elastin being replenished. Now, scientifically, they say this takes around 90 days to happen, but some people will see pretty incredible results in 1 week or in 30 days. Everyone's going to be a bit different. Try it out in the back of one of your hands where you age the quickest. Just do it on the back of your hand twice a day, every day for a week or two, and just see what happens. But it's just those real little lines that even guys, I mean, the guys are the fastest group of people, grabbing these products today. That's a result from the skin brightness. So it's not about making the skin white. It's about getting rid of those aging spots and the moles and the little inconsistencies that none of us like that make us look a lot older. And then we have the instantly ageless as well, which is not part of the stem cell family, but it's part of a peptide called agirreline. This does not have a long-term effect like our stem cell Luminesce line. This is more of a short-term effect. So you put it on before the hot date. It's going to get rid of the fine lines, wrinkles in your forehead, under your eyes, the bags, the darkness, literally within 2 minutes. And that'll last about 7 or 8 hours. And so it's incredible now. Every time I see someone, all I'm doing is looking at wrinkles and I'm looking at bags under the eyes because, we're in that industry. It's something that I wouldn't have looked at 5 years ago, but it's amazing how much it does age you just by having bags under the eyes, dark circles. This will get rid of all that in 2 minutes and open the door for all the products. We have Envy, which is it's kind of like a mist foundation, so it gives you that airbrush finish. I used to wonder how the girls in all the magazines or when they went out at night, how did they have absolutely perfect, model-looking skin? And that's because they have this airbrush finish. Now we have it in Jeunesse. So all the celebrities that use this are going to have to come through Jeunesse to get this special type of technology that's only available to Jeunesse distributors. So that's going to be a big selling product launched here in Australia in August this year. It's already available in the US. So if you're in the US watching, you're in a good hands. So let's talk about the money. There's great products. It's a great company. It's great technology. It's a great time to be involved, but how do we get paid? So again, I'm not going to go through this in massive detail, but you can do wholesale retail. So once you've got your website up and running, which takes literally 1 or 2 minutes, then you can retail the product. So you can send someone to your website. If they purchase a product, you make the difference between wholesale and retail. And you can party plan them. You can set up a stand at a shopping center. However you want to retail products, you can do that. For me, that hasn't been a big focus over the last 5 years. Now, as people come into the business, they're going to go, look, I'm actually pretty interested in the business, but I want to try some product first to make sure it works, to make sure I believe in it, that I know what I'm talking about. So they want to buy a package of products. They might want to combine a lot of them. So in your country, you're going to have different types of packages and prices. In Australia, we've got a basic, supreme, jumbo, ambassador packages, all different prices and more and more and more products in them. So if someone buys an ambassador pack through your website, you'll make $250 straight up, bonus once off. If they buy a basic pack, you make $25. For me, I wanted to help people. I wanted to build teams. I wanted to build residual income. And so in Jeunesse, you have the ability to build 2 teams, a left team and a right team. Okay, now every time this team expands through yourself or through your team members, through your customers, then you're going to get paid a $35 residual team commission. So whether it comes through you or whether it comes from someone that's already in the business, someone that's in your team, every time there's product purchase in your left team, every time there's product purchase in your right team evenly, you make that $35 team commission. So that can happen up to 750 times per week, which, 750 times $35 is $26,250 per week is the maximum that you can earn from your 2 teams there. But that's not the maximum amount of money that you can earn in total. And so this leadership bonus here is kind of like a franchise income. So anyone that you personally enroll into the business, let's say that I enroll Sandy tomorrow, I meet her at a networking event, and in 2 years' time, she kills the business, makes $1 million a year. Now, I'm going to love Sandy because I'm going to be making 20% off of her as a franchisee type of thing, as a distributor. And so that's $200,000 a year that I'd be making from enrolling one person into my business. So you can see the opportunity here. You can have as many level 1s as you want. I can have 10 Sandys or 50 Sandys. And every time that she enrolls somebody, that means now I have a level 2 person as well. I haven't enrolled them. I don't even know them. Sandy enrolled them, but I'm going to make 15% franchise fee on everything that they do as well. Then they enroll someone, that becomes my level 3. And this doesn't matter whether it's on your left team or your right team. It works on all of your teams. It starts with you enrolling somebody and it goes down to 7 generations. So you can start to do the maths on how that could look for you. We can actually turn that 20% into 30% by having 10 customers as well. So just by simply having 10 customers, that aren't interested in building the business, they just love the products. Now I'm making 300,000 a year off Sandy instead of 200 grand a year. So it's a great little way to give yourself a bonus. And then once you get to the diamond level in the business, which is where I am, you're sharing 3% of the whole company turnover. So 3% of that 1.4 billion is looking pretty good right now. That depends on how many shares I get with the other diamonds in the company. But this bonus pool alone, I make more money in than I'd ever made in business or working before. If you love to travel like Blake and Sandy and myself, you'll love Jeunesse. So I've been all around the world with this company. There's a picture of me and my team there in Bora Bora 2 years ago on the diamond trip. So that was a $40,000 holiday that I won. Business class flights, accommodation, food, drinks, activities, everything. So I didn't take my wallet out of my pocket once for 7 days in Bora Bora, and we're heading back there again in just a few weeks' time. Again, the company's paying for everything. So every single year, they take us to a new trip somewhere different around the world. Last year we were in Switzerland, and they've done South Africa and all different sorts of places. When you get to Emerald Director in the company, you win a free trip to Hawaii. When you get to Sapphire, you win a free trip to the Sapphire Leadership Retreat. We're just about to head off to Prague and Budapest as a trip that we won there as well. Bangkok later in the year, Las Vegas. I mean, they run about 3 or 4 trips a year that you can win, all expenses paid, or 1 flight or 2 flights. Basically, if you love to travel and you don't want to pay for it, you will love Jeunesse. Guys, we've got a system with our team. Our team's called J-Fire. This system is designed for somebody that's never done this before, that's maybe even never been in business before, that's busy. That's what it's designed to do. So helping people like Blake and Sandy, I'm happy to step in and run the presentation for their launch. Conference calls all day long with new people. We run opportunity events live all around the world every single week. We run webinars online, similar to presentation to this, every single week as well. So if you can copy and paste a video, if you can copy and paste the link to a webinar and follow up with somebody, there's a real good chance you're going to build this business. So we have all the systems and mentoring in place for you. You just let us know what sort of level of income that you would like to make, how much time you have to put into the business, and we'll link arms with you and help you to achieve that. So that's about all from me, guys. That sort of covers a little bit about the business, the products, how you get paid. We have an incredible charity that we've linked up with a company called We Charity. It used to be called Free the Children. Again, Google that. We've raised $1.4 million for that last year. So it's an incredible charity, and what it's doing for kids all around the world is incredible, and that comes from the top down. So it's an initiative from the owners to want to give back to people all around the world, and so many of the distributors are getting involved with this charity. So it's a really good heart that the company has. To get started in the business is going to be different for everyone on this call, because we have people from all over the world on this call. But in Australia, for example, it's $44.97, a nice round number. In Denmark, it's €31.11. And so you can see why Gen Ys want to get into this business, or anybody wants to get in. It's very, very cheap to get your website up and running, to get access to the products. Once you've got this, buy one of those product packs. So try the products out for yourself, become a product of the product so that you love it, you trust it, you're passionate about it, and then we can start building the business. So it's a very cheap business model to get involved with. So guys, thanks a lot for coming on to this call. If you're keen to get started, obviously, what I love, a saying that Richard Branson has is, just say yes and then work out how to do it later. And that's what I always love to do as well, because you can't do your house and go bankrupt in this business model. Let's say you buy our cheapest pack, you got $44 to start up, $300 for some product, and it all has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the way that the binary works, when we talk about building teams, if you're even half thinking about it, get straight onto Blake, get straight onto Sandy after this webinar, because if you enroll before everyone else on this Zoom call, then all the commissions and volume from their purchases will benefit you as well. If you enroll right at the end in a week's time, then you could be missing out on some big bucks from thinking about it. So say yes to Sandy and Blake, get your position in the genealogy really quickly, grab some products. If it doesn't work out, no big deal, 30-day money-back guarantee on the product. But, the worst that can happen is you're going to look younger, you're going to feel healthier, and maybe you make a few dollars. So it's been my pleasure to help chat to everyone here today from wherever around the world you are. I'm going to hand it back to Blake and Sandy just to say their goodbyes, and look forward to working with you guys all around the world, wherever you may be, and meeting you in person. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Aaron. That was amazing. If you want to hear any more about it, I just need to tell anyone that's in Sydney that there is a meeting tomorrow night in Ryde that I will be going to. So if anyone wants to join me there, I'm going to be there if you've got any questions to ask as well. But once again, thank you to Aaron, and thank you to all of you that came on tonight to have a listen to what we are up to. And I'll just pass it over to Sandy quickly to say goodbye. But thanks again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Aaron, and everyone who's been on this call today. We appreciate it a lot. If you think it is for you, just get in touch with us. We have a few people already expressing interest. But, we're very happy to help you. We can see if it's a good fit for you, and, you've got nothing to lose, as Aaron mentioned as well, money back guarantee if you're not happy after 30 days. So there's really nothing to lose. It might be for you, it might not be for you, but you never know if you don't try. And like I said earlier, I'm so happy that I did, and I'm so happy to have met everyone and everyone who's involved in the business that I've got the pleasure to meet. Great community. Everyone is so supportive, and they really want you to be successful as well. So no negativity, only positive vibes, and I really love it. So thank you very much, guys, and I hope to hear from you soon.